Motivation for life is a topic that never loses its relevance. First, we motivate ourselves to start or change something. Then we look for incentives to complete what we started. Motivation for life is a topic that never loses its relevance. First, we motivate ourselves to start or change something. Then we look for incentives to complete what we started. But what if until the end never comes? A series of short-term goals, embodied thanks to successfully found motives, is good. Big goals implemented are even better. But life does not end after achieving important goals, which means that motivation must continue. Lucky is the one who methodically moves from one goal to another, and the larger the previous one, the greater the goal he sets for himself further. But it often happens the other way around. We reached, then stopped, looked around and asked ourselves, so what? Why all this? That's about this why, and also about how to maintain motivation for life during a long and eventful period, whose name is life, I propose to talk today. I don't know if this is just a coincidence, or a new trend, but recently many of my close friends and acquaintances began to ask themselves questions. Who needs all this? Why bother trying? And similar, leading only to depression and apathy. Dilemmas. I'll make a reservation right away. These are not some anecdotal characters vegetating on the couch. These are young, talented, promising people full of ideas, who work hard and have great potential. Age range, 23-27 years. Such thoughts have periodically visited me, probably for the last 2-3 years, and no matter how I tried to find an effective antidote for them, from time to time they arise again, and I have to gather willpower and motivation into a fist again, so as not to fall into the abyss of depression. In one study, I read that psychologists, in addition to the midlife crisis and the empty nest crisis, 50-55 years old, when children start their own family and leave their parental home, groped for a person another crisis period, 25-27 years. Its main reasons are related to self-realization in professional and social life, the search for and awareness of one's place in the world. A lot of doubts swarm in the head of a young man when he is looking for his own path. Plus, there is a feeling of his independence and adulthood, which, of course, entails a sense of responsibility for his own life. As for my friends, some of them have already chosen a path and succeeded in it, and are financially very well equipped due to their hard work, and depressive thoughts like what next? Why am I doing all this? Still roll with terrible force. We thought, we analyzed, and this is how I decided to formulate our thoughts about motivation for life. Formula of motivation for life. Enjoy the process. Choosing your life's work. You can experiment, make a choice with your heart or head, but the activity that you choose for yourself, if not forever, but only for a few years, must definitely bring you pleasure in the process. In other words, you should enjoy the job itself, not just the moment you get paid. Then depression will have little chance of penetrating your consciousness. Enjoy the result. If you enjoy the process, but cannot use the fruits of your labor to gain recognition, financial success, fame and other goodies, you will permanently experience dissatisfaction with life. Enjoying the results of your work is an integral part of a harmonious life. The fruits of your activity are not only a well-deserved reward, but also an additional motivation for action. I choose to think that by combining these 2 points in my activity, one can live happily and carelessly, being protected from apathy and highly motivated. It turned out that this is not so, that something is missing. Thus, the third ingredient appeared in the formula of motivation for life. The highest goal. If your goal in life is to make $1 million by doing it at, say, 35 years old, what will you do next? If sometimes it seems to you that your activity is meaningless, how do you drive away these thoughts? What to answer yourself to topical questions, and how to convince yourself that your life is filled with meaning. Think about what is your highest goal. One way or another, it is connected with changing the world. Someone brings knowledge to people. Someone provides quality services that a person deserves. Someone changes the face of the city, so that residents feel comfortable in it. Someone shows people the aesthetics of everyday phenomena, and etc. Determine in what area you want to change the world for the better. And I believe that we all want this. And always remember that you are not just working, not just expressing yourself, not just getting paid for your work. You are changing the world, getting out of bed day after day, and doing what you love for the greater common good.